guys, it's Sheena from Teton Raptor Center, and I'm here to give you all this week's patient update. So let's go ahead and get started. First up this week is our newest bird. Here we've got Great Horned Owl 2-8 from Swan Valley, Idaho. This bird was hit by a car and is dealing with a slew of different injuries. She's got 2 different fractures. One is in her right radius and the other is in her left coracoid. Both of those fractures look like they're going to heal really nicely without surgery, so that's a good thing. However, this bird is dealing with severe head and eye trauma. You can see both of her eyes are closed, and that's something that you might see with a bird with eye trauma. It's also that this bird is very concussed. It's recuperating on supplemental oxygen in our ICU, and this is kind of how I would expect the bird to look like on the first day that it comes in after this severe of injuries. Next up this week, we've got Great Horned Owl 1228 from Hoback, Wyoming. This bird was actually moved out to the flight barn and unfortunately was not flying around in the way that we would have hoped. After careful examination, we noticed that this bird was drooping one of its wings. So we ended up bringing it in and taking some new x-rays and noticed that it's developed something going on in its shoulder. So we moved him back into the PCU and he's going to be on some anti-inflammatory medications, and hopefully when things calm down, we can go back out to the flight barn. The good news is that this bird has passed live prey testing already. Multiple times, so clearly this bird can hunt. Now it just needs to prove that it can fly before it gets released. Next up is our rough-legged hawk 1224 from Farson, Wyoming. The good news on this bird is that her broken bone is now completely and fully healed in that right ulna. However, there is still a pretty severe soft tissue injury from the gunshot wound that we're still actively treating, and so this bird is still living in the ICU. However, she is eating on her own, so that's a really great thing because then we can just put any of her medication into her food, and then when she eats her food, she'll get that medication instead of having to grab her and restrain her and give her those medicines. Last but not least this week is Red-tailed Hawk 1214 from Taylorville, Idaho. This bird is doing really well. That coracoid fracture is now fully healed, and he's moved out of the ICU and into the PCU. He's been hanging out on his perches up in there and is doing well so far, but it's going to be another week or 2 before he's ready for the flight barn. All right, that's all we've got for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed learning more about our birds. Remember that if you want to do your part to help keep wild birds wild, you can check out our website at tetonraptorcenter.org and make a donation. You can also click the link in the description below, and that will take you right to our donate page. Bye!